So, hello, welcome to another Atomic Comics Fallout Zone. Nathan and Damien. Yeah, we're going to be going through a little bit of a run-ups. Haven't got much on the way in the way of comic book news this week. We've had a lot on. Yeah, busy. We've got some stuff on some other media, on TV and movie, thanks to Damien here, and then we've got some stuff on the comms. So, Damien?
It's been a really busy couple of weeks when it's come to the TV stuff. There's a ton of new stuff been announced. Most of the regular stuff has been renewed, so your Arrow, Flash, all your Arrowverse stuff has been done. iZombie's back, which is a really cool Vertigo show. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. It's funny. Lucifer should be back as well. There's nothing been announced about that yet, but the numbers are good.
Yeah,
so,
I haven't got around to iZombie yet.
It's
yeah,
it's just great. It's kind of along the similar lines to Lucifer in the humour. It's a dark humour and it's done really well. So
I will give it a go.
Definitely. Big one, Mega City 1. Cannot wait.
Oh god, every 2000 AD fan's dream come true. Oh my god.
Finally.
Yeah, finally. I love Dread, the movie. I thought it was great. I thought it was fantastic. But this seems, for me, from like reading all the little stories in 2000 AD, this seems to, for me, I think this is a better option for the. I don't, you can chime in, tell me if you agree, or if you don't, call me a fool. But I really think that this gives us the opportunity, because the stories are shorter. They're not like the drawn out sort of arcs of the American comics. There's shorter little stories. This fits the format of TV a lot more. I think so personally. I think it's going to be great.
Because that way you can fit a story in. You can have like 5 or 6 different stories in a season, because it's like 2 or 3 episodes done.
Yeah.
But
like case files.
Yeah, but then they can have like an underlying tone when it comes to things like the Dark Judges, because build up to them and then just have.
Yeah.
They can get the time to build it up right for that. It's going to take a lot of build up.
Yeah. do you know what I really love though? I really love how excited Rebellion.
Yes.
The guy. I really like how excited they are about the show.
Yeah.
If you have a look, the videos are all on YouTube and all over the usual sites. Hopefully, coming up soon, we will be sort of doing our own site. We're going to build it up, so we're going to have the same kind of site as you get with most sort of comic book culture things, where you can just look up and menus are different sort of media types and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, if you watch the interviews, the producer and the main guy, Rebellion, I forget his name. Yeah, I really shouldn't. They are really excited about the show. They really believe that they've got a great deal of grasp on the control of it.
Yeah.
It's great. If only that happened with all comic book shows, to be fair.
Yeah. And the last I read online was the fact that they have spoken to Carl Urban. There's nothing definite. It's all going to depend on scheduling. Yeah. If they can work it out. They'd like it and he'd like to do it, but it all depends on timing.
Yeah, I'd like to see him back.
Definitely, because he's got a passion for the character, and you need that when it comes to somebody like Dredd.
Yeah, he knows how cool it was to play Dredd.
Yeah,
he's somebody that appreciates that he's Dredd. Do you know what I mean?
Well, from the films, like, he erased half of his own dialogue because he's like, don't need it.
Yeah, you wouldn't say that.
You know, how many actors would kick out their own dialogue?
Exactly. He's somebody who recognises. Do you know what though? I didn't see much on the film before it was released. I don't know about you, but I didn't see much media about Dredd before it was released. So I didn't see anything like on when they were casting and stuff. And I didn't see anything about Carl Urban playing Dredd. And I think if I would have heard that and just heard it, I would have been like, what?
Well, I did.
A bit of a pretty boy.
I'm just like, it's a bit strange. But then I was reading more on the fact that he was a fan before anyway.
Yeah.
And he wanted to play the character, and he's just like, I don't want to take the helmet off. Which is the same sort of thing. You know, the passion about the character as Ryan Reynolds did for Deadpool. So for me,
yeah, very much so.
That works.
Yeah,
doing that because you know he did all that acting with the chin. You know what I mean?
That's it, isn't it? Yeah.
A chin in his body language.
That's it, and I think, and that's the thing is we don't realise because there's not a great deal of fan. Well, I say there's not a great deal. In America, there's a bit of a cult following, more with Dread than 2000 AD because obviously they acquire the rights to publish in IDW. But in Australia get 2000 AD, so it's sort of easy to forget that he probably would have been sort of at least sort of known of 2000 AD. So like in America when Stallone played Dredd, I wouldn't say it wasn't like it's not just that it's a spoiled format because it's a big Hollywood actor, and I don't want to say that it's because there has been some decent stories from IDW's Dredd, but it's nothing compared to the 2000 AD.
They don't go as dark.
Yeah, I mean 2000 AD is a breeding ground for creativity and just brilliance. I mean the guys that we now revere that have sort of forayed into American comics and stuff, the British writers and artists. Well, not just British, European, because lots of other European sort of writers and artists, that have been a part of 2000 AD and just made it so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
the freedom to do insane, crazy stuff on a page and have it work because
it's punk rock as hell.
Yeah.
And that's it, it's Pat Mills. It's just about the punkest dude ever. Anybody who hasn't watched the documentary Future Shock, the 2000 AD story, watch it. It's brilliant. It's fantastic. It's one of my very, very favourite comic book documentaries.
I'm not sure if it's out or it's due to be released on Blu-ray because I'm looking to get it, and there's like 4 hours of extras.
So I know they really plugged it through Channel 4, so I was wondering if it was a Channel 4 production or they had something to do with it. But it is a really good documentary. Solid, and it's quite funny as well. It's some of the little stories and stuff, on just how little they cared. Not about the product, but
pleasing people.
Their process, especially the early days.
Yeah,
they're all did most of the stuff in the pub instead of the offices that they were paying to use. It's just really cool documentary, really funny, really interesting. An absolute must. Sorry, dude, I digressed on your point there.
Not a problem.
Mega City 1. That's one of the top for me. One of the top.
Next, Marvel Inhumans. Part of the MCU universe TV stuff. First 2 episodes are being filmed with IMAX cameras, being released in IMAX for 2 weeks before the series airs on TV.
Cineworld is just laughing at the moment, aren't they? They get exclusive rights to everything.
A couple of stills been released as well.
I'm not complaining. That's a good thing. I say that we've been invited to do quizzes and stuff. Sweet. Part of the quizzes. So
me too.
We love.
Me too, personally, because been 4 quizzes, won 3.
Didn't Rachel's boyfriend win one?
I wasn't there. I was at work.
But great things going on here. We've got lots of sort of like little partnerships and stuff with organisations that are really pushing it as well, which is cool.
Benefits everybody.
Does indeed. They've offered to help me out, and likewise, we've donated stuff when they do stuff away to charity. So it's all good.
Yeah, there's been a couple of stills released from Inhumans. Not a big fan of Black Bolt's look because he's not wearing a mask, but that's just me, and Medusa look constipated.
I did see that picture. I wasn't.
But they've released a still of Lockjaw.
I saw that. He looks awesome.
Yeah.
That's just like a snatched photo, isn't it? I saw that.
And it is spot on. It looks. Looking forward to that.
Dog.
So don't know how it's going to cross over with the way Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. were left. So I won't put any spoilers up because I've watched it all, the new season. And it's not finished airing here. So.
But what I will say is, I think I commented on the picture, and I did say it straight away. The first thing that came into mind when I saw the official stills of the Inhumans together, the first thing I thought was X-Men 1.
Yeah.
The first movie.
Yeah.
You know, there's nothing wrong against the movie. It was a great movie, especially at the time. You know, it came out. Yeah, exactly. It was a great.
One of the starters for what we've got now.
It was, yeah. But it was the costumes were overly, conservative. It was kind of like no one's gonna buy into a comic book movie with people wearing silly costumes. Let's put them all in leather.
Yeah.
Put them all in tight, sort of dark clothing and.
Yeah, but you can't go on Halle Berry in leather, really.
Well, no, fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah, no, there is that.
But yeah.
Runaways.
No way.
Can't remember. I'm not sure if it's going to be TV or if it's an actual. I think it might be a movie. I'm not sure. I'll have to double check on that.
And we'll get back to you.
Yeah.
Get back to you.
It might be. No. Yeah, it is Runaways because it's New Mutants. It's going to be a movie, and that's actually going to be. There's going to be no costumes and stuff like that. It's going to be billed as a comic book horror.
Yeah, I've seen something on this.
Which is something different.
Yeah. The thing is with New Mutants is you do have a certain amount of license because it dealt with. I think it was more akin to the really early, like Silver Age X-Men.
Yeah.
That kind of like sort of displaced and that sort of teen angst of sort of being different and being vulnerable. But I thought, obviously in the 60s they had to be a little bit more conservative with the stories. Beautiful. I'm X-Men's my jam. It really is, especially early X-Men. But what New Mutants had the freedom to do was be a little bit more liberal with that sort of What's the word I'm looking for? That.
Time of life.
Yeah, like the teenage angst and all that stuff and that. And I think. Yeah, exactly. I think this I was going to say Discovery.
Yes.
Age of this time of Discovery, and I think I agree that I think that could be a real interesting sort of format for it, real interesting way forward. But again, all of these points, if you want to agree, disagree, discuss, whatever. We've got the comments below. Again, we won't answer the rude ones. But
because I know
Facebook as well.
Runaways is happening. I think that's being done by Hulu, which is like an American streaming service. So I don't know what's going to be happening with it here, or if it's even part of the TV universe.
If they're smart, somebody's going to pick it up. You can't get much more hot property at the moment than anything comic book related sort of.
Cloak and Dagger's coming. That I'm surprised looks as I didn't think it was going to be as good as it's going to be. So I'm not sure, but it's in the trailer. Looks like it could be interesting, and it is being done by a sister station of ABC, so it could very well be part of the bigger universe.
It could be. See, I see little bits and bobs, and I don't really take it in, and then I'm like, I don't know, Alabama. No, I haven't seen anything in that. They start talking about it, it's like, I saw a still of that, I saw like a little picture of this. But I did see the Cloak and Dagger bits and bobs, and that, it's going to be one of the more, I think it'll be one of the more creative shows, because there's less known about, and sometimes when you get these more, I don't want to say obscure, not really obscure, but lesser known characters, there's a bit more license when it comes to the creativity of the writer.
Yeah, because they've changed one dynamic about it. It's going to be more of, rather than just being friends and things like that, and like a brother-sister type relationship, it's going to be a full-on relationship eventually.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So something different, I suppose, but invest more in the characters in some ways, I think.
You know what? As we've always said, we've had this conversation a million times. As long as it doesn't mess with the integrity of the original sort of,
premise of the character.
Yeah, the original source,
The essence.
the core, yeah, then it's just about interpretation. And some people moan about
Purists.
about everything. Yeah, I mean,
And in some ways, I can
there's
be like
nothing good comes before or after the word purist. It's just that
that. Ghost in the Shell was.
I think that's the time bomb, personally. I think it's because we missed the window of like the techno of that age.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate, really. Who said somebody wrote something up on it. I think it was Ian Edgington. Ian Edgington is an awesome writer.
Yeah.
Really lovely guy. Yeah, he Brass Sun. Loads of like really cool Dark Horse, like Predator, and Aliens, and he's done bits and bobs for loads for all the company. He's a really cool guy, really nice guy, and he put a really interesting post about Ghost in the Shell. And he's just like, it looks beautiful, and it's a great film, but you can't help but feel that it kind of missed its relevance.
It did. There was a lot of stuff that happened with that film for me. Digressing from the topic, but they didn't capture the angst of her trying to realise, is she fully human anymore? Can she still be called human because of all the alterations that have happened and everything that happened? Because they change her origins. I can forgive that.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of stuff. And I've said it to friends before and they agree. The film could have been so much better with 2 words. When she accepts everything to the end, she goes, "This is the Major." If she'd just gone Major Motoko Kusanagi, she'd fully accept that. She accepts everything that's happened, who she was and where she is now, and it changes the tone of the film because it kind of helps back. Yeah, she accepts what's going on.
Yeah, it's like
Because at the end of the day, Ghost in the Shell is an essential story about being human in a world full of technology. Is it possible?
Thought of the day.
Yes. What we've got, Lock and Key.
Oh God,
That's been on and off for years.
Yeah, there is.
As far as I
actually.
know, it's going ahead.
Have you seen the pilot? I still have not seen the pilot. See, I am a huge fan of Lock and Key. I recommend it to everybody. Everybody comes in. Everyone who comes into the store looking for horror books or whatever, in particular horror books or fantasy books. I cannot recommend Lock and Key highly enough. It's a really, really great story. It's Joe Hill, which is the pen name Joseph Hillstrom, Stephen King's son. Great book, absolutely fantastic book, and I recommend anybody, if they can get their hands on it, read it. It's fantastic, and I could not be more excited about a Lock and Key TV show. I think it would work brilliantly.
I think it'll only work as a TV show. There's too much going on for it to be a movie, because the movie would need to be 7 hours long.
Yeah.
To understand it properly.
Yeah.
And you'd just lose it.
Yeah. I think you'd lose. Yeah. Or it'd be like 1,000,001 sequels, and by the end of it, no one would care, because they're pretty closely attached.
Yeah.
And if you try and break that up into so many movies without having a longer, ongoing sort of like narrative underneath, it kind of fall apart. I don't think it would. I don't think
it'd be messy.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able. It wouldn't keep it together. Then, but TV shows, I think
you've got the time.
Yeah, I mean, if you're getting like an episode a week, the anticipation for the next one, and you remember what's going on, should be a good show.
Yeah.
I still, if anyone can find it, like I said, there is a pilot already out for Lock and Key. I think Nick Stoll, the guy from Terminator 3, and what else was that guy in? He plays the uncle in it. The uncle's a great character in the book. I'm not sure. I can't remember. I'm talking about. But yeah, they did it, and I think it was a couple of years ago, and they didn't sit the
NBC at the time.
Just didn't really see the merit in it.
Well, I think it's one of the streaming. It might even be Hulu again.
See, it's these that are seeing Netflix,
because they're taking the chance, because they can.
Netflix are doing such great things with some of the street level Marvel.
Yeah.
Daredevil. Wow.
Have you seen the trailer for Defenders? They've done the full trailer that time.
I haven't seen the full one.
They've done the teaser one with the elevator, but they've done the full trailer at the time.
Am I supposed to be hiding?
No. Check.
I don't know. I don't know how it works on YouTube. We're new to this.
Yeah. And then there's The Gifted.
Gifted, I think. You know when you said about you was on about Runaways and New Mutants. Have they released something on The Gifted?
The trailer for Gifted's been released.
That's what I was thinking of. Because it's I see this. That looks great.
Because it's got I can't remember the actor's name. Vampire Bill playing the
And Dazzler.
Yeah,
Dazzler, isn't it?
They've got a fair few. But yeah, the trailers out look good.
I think it looks great. Yeah, another interesting show. Hopefully not crushed by its own pretension. Sometimes they tend to do that.
Yeah.
I think Arrow.
I don't know. I like the Arrowverse. It's alright. Krypton's been picked up for a full season.
I'm saying it.
Done by Sci-Fi. It's Superman's granddad.
Why not?
So a bit of a backstory on.
Octogenarian.
Well, it's like it's going to be like a young Jor-El in it. So
Cool.
kind of build it up before the planet implodes, and I suppose it
That
would
could
build
work.
up to that.
That could work. I think
then
you'd have to completely leave the whole city. We were talking about earlier on with Gotham. Again, feel free to disagree or agree, but we were talking about Gotham earlier, and we were saying that the problem that we see with Gotham is it's now it's doing a Smallville, where it starts off on its own and on its own merit, and it does a really good job of it. And Gotham was, for the first two seasons,
phenomenal,
absolutely brilliant. One of the freshest things on the menu, and it slowly starts to stand on the toes of stuff that they can't really move forward with.
It's pulled some of the later stuff forward way too much.
Yeah, like with the Bruce Wayne stuff. There's too much Bruce Wayne stuff going on in there because you know that it's flawed. You know that it can't go. Well, it can only go to a certain point. So why push it? It's like Smallville. Once you move Clark Kent out of Smallville, put him in Metropolis, and he's basically Superman, but not quite. Come on, man. It just doesn't work.
No.
I've never really been a fan of Smallville, but I get it. I get why people liked it, and I get why the first few series, why they were so successful. Because who doesn't want to see that? A young Clark Kent growing up and
fumbling with his powers and
exactly. That
falling on his face. And
well, how many times have we read it in comics and different iterations of comics? Of course, we want to see it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they kind of time and time again these shows get sort of like caught up and they start putting stuff in there that you can't go forward with, and unfortunately Gotham seems to be slipping that way a bit. I'm hoping that they won't pull it back
because I'm not happy with the fact that they're pushing possibly Barbara as Harley Quinn or a Harley Quinn.
Oh God,
I hope not. I really do. I really hope not.
They've got Penguin. Well, when Penguin's already an established gangster in Batman times. Move forward with the Penguin. It's a great character, great actor. I love the guy who plays Penguin. I think he's brilliant.
Robin Lord Taylor.
Exactly. Yeah, that guy. I really love the sort of to and fro. I'm not sure. I haven't watched it for a while. But, the to and fro between Bullock and Gordon.
Yeah.
So you've got enough right there. Well, not obviously more characters, but you've got enough with that. You don't need to start messing with Batman. The Batman bits and pieces that you can't ultimately sort of properly invest in because of timeline constraints and stuff. Why bother?
It's just like just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Yes, exactly. Just because you got license to use it.
Because I must admit, season 2 of Supergirl, they've used Superman perfectly. He's been in like 3 episodes, and the way he's played is very much more true to the Boy Scout type thing. So for the Arrowverse and stuff like that, perfect.